Okay, here we go. You ready? 5, 4. Russos brand family. We are family.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to this kind of mixed review edition of In the Pits. I am your host, Big Josh J. Rock Hinkle, and as I'm in high definition, I'm always been duplicated on social media, but you can never, ever be Big Josh J. Rock Hinkle, the true, undisputed heart and soul of the brand. Let's get started. The reason I'm calling this episode a little mixed review because tell everybody what happened on the trip to Bristol yesterday. The reason I couldn't film is because it was raining. We were caught in the middle of like the storm that hit Bristol, Tennessee, and between like about 12 o'clock to like 3 to 4, we were stuck in the car for about 3 to 4 hours. So I had to install the Twitch app to watch Vince Russo on Twitch. That's how I was watching the Vince on Twitch. So we were down there and we walked around. We looked at what people were selling, but we couldn't afford to buy anything. But we were just looking around and we went to our seats. And the damnedest thing happened was this little 5-year-old brat right around the elevator hits the emergency stop button on the elevator. Elevator stops. And we were trapped in the elevator for over 15 effing minutes. So imagine my dad, who has Parkinson's disease, he's panicking like a shit crazy man. I mean, he was going nuts. But we hit the restart button and we went back to our seats and stuff. And I went over to that mother and I chewed her ass. I was like, hey, you don't want to apologize for the other people inside? My father suffers from Parkinson's. You know, I told her to go kiss my ass at Macy's window. And she offered like $100 to forget about it. I was like, you keep your $100. So she walked off, started cussing and raising hell for no reason. Because it was her son's fault. She couldn't control her damn kid in the elevator. So we stayed, got their seats about 4:30, and then we stayed there for about a couple hours. And I was watching Vince on Twitch again, watching a rerun. I was watching some Three Stooges on YouTube on my phone. And then about 6:30 when the race started, we were watching the race, and it was an interesting start. I mean, the wreck on the second and third lap of the race, a lot of cars wrecking. That was good. But my dad's Parkinson's was acting up to where when he was stuck in that elevator for 15 minutes, we had to leave. And we left the track at around 6:45, 7 o'clock. And the track workers were a little defensive. Basically, almost didn't let us out because we were parked in a handicapped spot in the south entrance of the track. And they wouldn't let us out. I told them, it's like, either you let us out or we're going to call the Bristol police. We got a little bit of argument with the track workers, but basically we got out about 7:30. And my sister, my dad and I, we were in the car and we were out by 8 o'clock. So we were down like Interstate 81 to I-40, and my sister was doing about 90, 100 miles an hour down the interstate. She was flooring it. And we got back home about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So basically, this trip was like, it was in the shits. Pardon my language. It was literally so much bad shit happened to me and my dad and my sister that was like unnecessary that happened. So that's what happened in Bristol, you guys. And, we are not going to contact the track for sending an email or a complaint. We're not going to do that. We're better than that nonsense. And what we're going to do is just we're going to move on and just go from there. But we'll talk about the race review won by Kurt Busch. Finally, Kurt Busch goes to victory lane. Second place, a disappointing Kyle Larson, who was a little upset that he finished second, but you got points from the playoffs. Oy vey. Chase Elliott third, Joey Logano fourth, Eric Jones fifth, Clint Boyer sixth, Ryan Blaney seventh, a surprise Alex Bowman eighth, Jimmy Johnson led some laps. I was watching the like somebody's YouTube show talking about Jimmy Johnson leading laps at Bristol ninth, and Kevin Harvick, last week's winner, in 10th place. Knoxville, Tennessee native Trevor Bayne, a surprise at the left. But, like I'm saying, everybody, it's a little mixed feelings that what we went through. And let's just say we're moving on. And we may not be going back to Bristol for a long, long time. But to that parent who can control her little damn kid, next time, never judge a book by its cover, people. Because you don't know if that person has a disease or has a problem like my dad had. And it was bad. My dad sat in the wheelchair freaking out, batshit crazy. So it was pretty bad. But I'll talk about the other races at Bristol. Saturday night was the, not Saturday night, Friday night. I keep forgetting. It's like they ran the truck race on Thursday. Friday was the Xfinity Series, and Saturday was the Monster Energy Cup race. And let me tell you, it's like, okay, they run it like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday now. It's like the first time they've done that. So let me get the results. No, Truck Series race. Congratulations to Johnny Sauter, the regular season champion in the Camping World Truck Series, who won at Bristol on Thursday night. And what a way to run a race on a Thursday night, which is pretty cool, but there's not a large crowd, though. That's the only bad thing about the Truck Series, though. Here's the results from Thursday. Johnny Sauter wins. Stuart Friesen second, a Canadian. John Hunter Nemechek third. Parker Klingerman fourth. Todd Gilliland fifth. Justin Haley sixth. Ben Rhodes seventh. Matt Crafton eighth. Noah Grayson ninth. And Grant Infinger finished out the top 10. And talk about Saturday night's Food City 300. The announcement of Xfinity Series driver Elliott Sadler retiring at the end of the year to go back to he's going back to his family, become a family man again, and talk about his son going to school, become more involved in sports, and Elliott Sadler saying he wants to go back to his family, go back to his son, and very admirable from him. I like that. Going back, become a family man. And recently, the announcement of Casey Kane, he's going to retire from the Cup Series at the end of the year. Says that the team was with is not performing well, but he's going back to try to help out with the sprint car teams. And I met Casey Kane 10 years ago at the Speed Park, and very nice guy. No, it's a shame that he's retiring, but he's going to focus more on his sprint car team. Here's the results from Saturday night's Xfinity Series race. Kyle Larson winning, Christopher Bell second, Justin Allgaier third, Cole Custer fourth, Joey Logano fifth, Elliott Sadler sixth, a surprise Michael Annett seventh, Chase Elliott eighth, Tyler Reddick ninth, and Matt Tiff ran out the top 10. Wow. A lot of surprising names in that top 10. And especially on the Cup side. I mean, you know, after our trip to Bristol, because we learned a valuable lesson instead, we're just going to watch it on TV from now on. I mean, golly. It was hitting a rock in a hard place sometimes when you hit that spot in life. And what happened at Bristol yesterday was just, that's all. Well, I'll go ahead and end this episode in the pits. I'm going to see what the next race is. I have not been keeping up on things lately, and I apologize. Go on NASCAR.com. Hopefully no videos will play. Here we go. Let's see. Where's schedule? That's schedule. Come on. Not stupid computer. There we go. Somebody cut the grass outside. Oh, yeah. Let's see. They're going. I think they're. Wow, they got the week off. So they got the week off, and next race won't be till September 2nd. So I will cover the Bojangles Southern 500 at Darlington, the throwback race. And then the week after, the Indianapolis race. Oh, my God. The Big Machine Vodka 400 at the Brickyard. Oh, my God. And then the first race in the playoffs, the South Point 400 at Las Vegas. And then the race I'm interested in, it's the Bank of America Roval 400 at Charlotte. They're going to take Charlotte's track, and they're going to run it's like the track and oval and a road course meeting. And it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to run that race on the new Roval. Don't ask me why, but I'm excited to watch that race on September 30th. Well, just want to end this episode to say, I'm sorry that I have not been doing any in the pits lately. Just my dad's advanced stage Parkinson's has been acting up real bad, and I had to been taking care of my dad for the last several weeks. But I'm back, and I will be continuing doing this on Russo's Brand YouTube channel, Russo's Brand Family. We are family, as Vinny Roo would say. And I just want to say, have a nice day, everybody. And I'll catch y'all at the races, everybody. Deuces.